morning on many Monday, which is actually Tuesday morning. Just recapping what I was working on last week. I really was trying to do a little bit more of the organizing in the studio shop area, and also the one painting that I've been trying to do quickly. The original goal was like 5 days, but actually only worked on it for 3 days, but it's been spaced over 2 going on 3 weeks now. This striving for creativity at this moment is somewhat constricted with requirements of day-to-day living, with external forces to deal with as far as paying the bills, cleaning the house, making sure the kittens are fed and happy. But what I did able to accomplish last week was I did do one layer on the painting, when I find a better name for it, just the veins painting. I was able to make, what I ended up using was a green, so it's olive green, which is really like a really grayish green to begin with, and mixed it with the liquid impasto, so it's a really thicker layer, but also maintain some of its translucency to it, and use that as what I'm going to call the medium. And with that, we created a kind of a scumbled gray layer that still exposed the previous layer that was made with that blister color that I like, or is using in this work. So with the base layer of the gray green was mixed up with some titanium white with a small touch of, it was transparent earth red, I believe. It might have been a little bit of the orange, but depending on the mood there, but pretty sure it's, I think it's the orange now that I think about it, because I kind of like to work in this, or trying to, it's like easy to remember, going yellow, orange, red, and then blue, and then using the complements of the colors somewhat to create the gray. What happens is with a lot of colors is that like we often are taught that color theory in pure kind of light spectrum, or this kind of fake belief of red, yellow, red, yellow, blue as being the primary colors. And with those 3 pigments, traditionally, you're able to make a lot of your colors, or get a big range of it. But you have to be conscious of the different pigments that you use, because the more traditional colors are often referred to as the earth colors, earth tones, earth red, earth yellow. Also mineral colors, ones that are made out of like synthetic or highly refined minerals such as cobalt, cadmium, which also have to carry along the lines of extra concerns of carcinogenity. But with those colors, the older colors, when you add white to them, they shift tone. But more modern colors, the highly concentrated pigments, are much more fine, and quite often, if you're not familiar with them, when you add white to them, they shift mass hue, or so if you add like there's this one red that I like usually it's called cadmium red hue or maple red. And when you add white to it, instead of going to like a grayish red or pink, it shifts like into like a brighter tone, matched hue. It turns into like a brighter pink, and it doesn't behave in a way that's easier to work with. And so, sorry I got on a tangent about colors, but like whenever I'm like getting ready to set up the next layer here, I'm kind of debating like should be another kind of a green, but I'm thinking like a greenish brownish red color, which is the I'll refer to a lot of times as asphaltum, which is kind of like the same color as when you get tar and you rub it between your fingers, and it first looks kind of black and then it turns into like a reddish yellow, and a lot of times that gives me that blister. Using these steps, I'm trying to create more of a homogeneous like palette to the finished piece. But so I guess I'll keep you updated next week on what the progress becomes. Thank you.